Hey guys, how is everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you all. Welcome in. So great to see everyone. I see Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Kathy. Hi, Bill. Southern Siren. Hello. Virginia, how are you? Angela, hello. Lorianne, hello. So good to see everybody. And Karen and Bill. Good to see everybody. Thanks for popping in. Hey Harvey, how you doing, buddy? I hope everybody's having a good weekend or an end of one, I guess you could say, sadly. Um, Lena Ray, hello. I see a lot of new names here. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. Hi, Denise. How are you? Oh, I'm so glad to see everybody. Hi, Justine. Welcome in, everybody. Chris is not here in my house tonight with Toby. Chris is at his house because he had a diving lesson he had to give today. So he just got home. He's actually in the midst of unpacking all of his stuff from his car and doing this in the kitchen counter, I would assume,
Yep,
and running back and forth.
you got it.
So, oh, there he is. Yeah. So Toby is not here, but maybe we'll have a Toby cam later. I don't know if Chris will end up doing that. So, well, you guys are always welcome in my home, Virginia. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I appreciate you guys for popping in. We got some great stuff tonight. I got 21 items, I think. I even got some stuff that I never brought before that we'll see if anybody's interested in. Hi, Judy. Jennifer LaFountain, how are you, honey? So great to see everybody. I'm so glad everyone is here. Yep, Mr. Scuba Guy. Chris is our scuba instructor. He sure is. I got some records tonight, guys. We got some Heisey glass. Oh, it's beautiful. And yeah, it's part of my collection and I'm parting with it. Yep. I've got some let's see, what do I have? I have Astoria tonight. I've got a swing frame. For those of you guys that like swing frames, I got another one. We have some EAPG. I've got some pink depression glass, some milk glass, Lennox, um, and some other odds and ends that I don't normally find or bring. So a nice assortment of things, some DVDs, and I got a CD. So hopefully you guys will like what I bring to you guys tonight. And let's see, who am I missing out on here? Hello to everyone. Nancy, how are you? And let's see, Tina. Hi, Tina. Tina and Steve probably. I need plates for my plate wall. Plates for your plate wall. Okay. What color plates are you looking for? Are you looking for like milk glass? I'm going to be doing a plate wall as well, Tina, in my living room above my sofa. Once I get a new sofa, that's my battle right now as I'm looking for so I think I found the one that I want. Now it's a matter of picking out what kind of fabric. I think it's just going to be a plain fabric, but I'm going to do a milk glass plate wall above my couch, I think is what I'm going to do. So we will see. We will see. See how it comes out. And then once everything is done, guys, I will give you a tour. Don't worry. It's but you guys know when you move into a new place, it takes a while to kind of get things situated to the way you want it. You know. You're watching on the big screen. Oh boy. Uh makeup, please. Oh boy. Yeah, it should be great. Hi, Heather. You had a great birthday. I'm so glad. I think your little goodies are on their way. Hopefully they arrive safe. Let me know if your fish arrives safely. Hopefully you can send me an email. And you got your towels that everyone sent along to you. Everything is in there for you. I put a little card in there too. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Well, welcome in everybody. Let's see, we got 60 folks here already, and I think we should probably start. It's all up to Chris if he's ready to go.
Yeah, just want to do a quick sound check. I think
Oh,
you were
somebody
coming
said
in.
that the sound is cutting out on some.
Yeah, I just want to do a quick sound check. How do I sound? Jeff sounds.
Is Chris too loud? Am I too loud?
I just
Or
turned
did
you
we
way
shut the
down.
music off? Yes.
The music's been off. Yep.
Good.
Just waiting
Marie
for some.
Memories, hello. I'm sorry I don't know your guys' names. Forgive me.
All right,
But if
cool.
you want me to use your names, I will. Otherwise, I'll just use your screen names in the chat. So
Okay, Jeff, we
we
are
both
good
sound
for the
good. Bill
sound.
says we both sound good.
Yep, sound
Martin
check
said
looks
good.
good. We can
And if
get
you
going.
guys don't forget, please, if you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. And welcome in everyone. If I forget anybody or I missed anybody, forgive me, but welcome. Um, so let's start, Chris. If you could do, we're going to start with, oh, actually, well, let me do my spiel. I haven't even really done my spiel
Yeah,
because we have some new folks here. So my name is Jeffrey. This is Old Hadley Vintage, and I ship out of Western Massachusetts. All these items I'm going to present to you tonight are going to have a flat price to start, and then we're going to go up from there. I'm going to give you a price, and then you're going to bid in the chat. So make sure that you're in all messages or live messages, no top chat, because sometimes that'll alleviate a lot of other bidders and other chatters. I've had that issue happen to me. So make sure you're in live messages, all messages. Anybody can bid. If you haven't won anything from me before in an auction, I'm going to need all of your info, which I'll go over in a second. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the information in the chat, your information, your bid in the chat, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the item, and then I'm going to count it down from 10 down to 1. I'm going to say stop. Chris will put the stop in the chat, and he's going to refresh, and I believe he's got 2 or 3 devices that he's looking at, and he's going to get the most up-to-date bid right before the stop. The highest bidder before the stop is the winner. Okay. And Chris will call the winner, and then we can congratulate him or her. So be aware that you may have to refresh your feed. It sometimes will show you as the winner when in fact it's somebody else. So that does happen a lot. So back out and come back in, refresh, change from live messages to all messages and go back and forth. Sometimes that refreshes. So just Jeffrey Spiel, listen carefully. Oh, Jeffrey, my spiel. Yes, my spiel. So, as far as bidding goes, that's how bidding goes. Anybody can bid. Now, if you haven't bid or won anything with me before, I just ask that you kindly send me your info, only if you win anything, to my email, which is right here. It's always on the screen right here. You can just send me your info. I need your real name, your address, whether you have PayPal or not. I use PayPal for payment. If you don't have PayPal, it's okay. I can still bill you as a guest. So that is perfectly fine. If you do have any outstanding payments to me, there may or may not be somebody that has not paid me as of yet. I've been trying to get a hold of said person and have not had any luck. So if that particular person is watching tonight, if you could kindly check your PayPal invoices and pay your outstanding balance, it would be gratefully appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's see. I ship out of Western Massachusetts. I use Pirate Ship to get you guys the best rate. I try to use USPS as much as I can because they tend to not have any issues as far as breaking goes. I have had some issues that UPS has inadvertently broken some items on some folks. So I'm trying not to use UPS if I can. Now, if it's a very heavy item and a very large item, I have no choice. I have to actually send it UPS. But if I can avoid it at all costs, even if it's a matter of just a few pennies, I will do that. So keep that in mind as well, and it'll actually get to you safely. Now, Um, let's see what else. What am I missing, Chris? Am I missing anything? Can't remember if I'm missing anything.
You talked
I think
about
I
the
covered everything.
lag,
Live
pirate
chat.
ship, live chat. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you covered
The
everything.
lag is bad, Heather. Oh goodness. Well, it could be storms. I know there were some storms that just rolled through here not too long ago. So that could be affecting it. But if you do have a lag, just keep refreshing and we will account for the lag as well. When I do the countdown, Chris will wait a little while before before I give the stop or before he puts the stop in, he'll wait a little while and account for that lag for anybody that's bidding. But thank you, Heather, for telling me that. Hey, Randy, how are you? I'm sorry if I forgot anybody. If anybody popped in after the fact, Anna Maria Island Gal, hello. I'm just going to scroll up really quick and see if I missed anybody. If I did miss any, Kathy Ficarata, hello. You're eating dinner as you watch. You made potato pierogies with chicken sausages with kale. Delicious. Yum. Chris and I had potato and cheese pierogies. Was it last week? I think it was last week we got them at a local farm, not too far from here, and they make them fresh. They make them homemade. They were really really good. So yeah. Hi Meg K. Good to see you. Welcome in everybody. All right. So without further ado, Chris, if you're ready, I'm ready. Oh, I think we lost Chris.
Nope, I was just taking Toby out. All right, I'm ready.
Oh, taking Toby out. Hi, Tobes. Oh, Toby's
All
there. Toby had to go out. All right, Chris, if you could put $18 on the screen, please.
right.
Guys, I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, I said okay.
Okay. All right. You're eating raw cookie dough balls. Yum. I actually had some of that the other night when I was making chocolate chip cookies. Yes, it doesn't have eggs in it. Yes, I always try to do that too. So, guys, I found these the other night and I didn't even know I had these. And I looked them up, and these are made by the Kokomo Glass Company. Okay, these are early American press glass, and the pattern. Are you ready? How appropriate. We're kind of in a theme here tonight. You ready for this? Stars and stripes. That is the pattern. Stars and stripes. Can you see the stars right there? And then there's stripes in between. Now these are cordial glasses. You get two of them. These are early American press glass or early American pattern glass, however you want to say it. These were produced between 1889 and 1902 by the Kokomo Glass Company, way down in Kokomo. Um, they are 2 ounces a piece, so perfect for a little snifter after dinner. They do glow. They do have a glow to them. See the glow? They glow like crazy. Of course, I'm under a lot of lights here, so it's kind of hard to see, but they do glow, and they're in perfect condition. I checked them really well. They do have, some areas where, the mold, where they pressed it. But other than that, these are beautiful, guys. Perfect little glasses. Really pretty to add to your collection. If you have a glow cabinet, with all your uranium in it, these would look great in there. And I was thinking about this and I said, a lot of people collect marbles. Kentucky Digger Steve actually digs a lot of marbles and sometimes finds some that glow. So you could put your marbles in here and actually put those in your glow cabinet as a little holder. And these would glow with the marbles. How cool would that be? I think that would look kind of cool. So these are just really, really, really beautiful. Aren't they pretty? I just love it. And I figured stars and stripes, how appropriate, right? With our holiday coming up. And so I figured I'd wear red, white, and blue. I've got some decorations here and above me and over here. Um, Trying to do a little as I can, little few little decorating things here and there. So, all right. So I'm not sure if we have any bids on these, but we are going to count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and I'm accounting for the lag. I'm going to count slowly. 3, two, one. And remember, guys, these were made between 1889 and 1902. And one and stop. Really, really beautiful little cordials. I only had the two though, but I wish I had four. It'd been nice if I had four or six. But
Those are going to be a pass, Jeff.
mm-hmm. Sorry, guys, I'm really thirsty today, and I had a horrible headache today, so forgive me if I keep drinking a lot of water. Okay, so those are a pass for now, so we'll come back to those later. All right, next up, I have a CD. I know a lot of you guys like one of these gentlemen quite a bit. Chris, could you put $7 on the screen, please? We have Tommy Dorsey and Frank Sinatra, Legendary Sides. Awesome music on here. Music that a lot of you that listen to this era music will know. Some of these I know myself because I listen to 40s music quite often. As does Chris now, because he always plays it for Toby. So Chris is actually used to using it, and I'm sure he knows some of these songs too. One of them is Dolores. I know Dolores. I know that song, Moonbeams. It's Polka Dots and Moonbeams. I'm sorry. Um, East of the Sun and West of the Moon. You guys may have heard that. Yeah, really great CD. And this is a collaboration of try to get these so that of course the screen, is going to you guys won't be able to see it. Fools Rush In. Trying to cover up the screen so you guys can actually see the songs. It's kind of hard to do, but there are the songs, and there's what, 10 of them? Yeah, 10 of them on here. Tommy Dorsey and Frank Sinatra. Hi, Kels. How are you, hon? Yep. So we got $7 for this. It's in really good shape. There's a CD on the inside and all the songs. And this is, of course, when Frank Sinatra was younger. Really good stuff. Yep. All right. So I think we got Kells popped in on that. So we're going to start counting this down, okay? All right. 10, 9, 8. And Kells, I guess there's a lag, so I'm going to count I'm counting really slow tonight. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. I don't know if there's a lag where you are, Kells, but
Yeah, it's on the YouTube side of
it's
the house.
yeah. There's a lot of storms going across the country right now, especially through here. That we had a storm that just came through a little while ago. So,
Okay, we have Kells
right.
for
Okay,
7.
Kells, that's coming to you, hon. Kells, your package arrived yet? I hope everything's getting to you guys okay. I always worry about that. All right. Next up, anybody collect Cambridge Caprice? It's absolutely beautiful. This is gorgeous. Chris, could you do $12 on the screen, please?
Mm-hmm.
What a beautiful dish. Now, Cambridge Caprice was produced anywhere from 1936 to 1953, and this was made by the Cambridge Glass Company, and this is called their Moonlight Blue color. It also came in clear, but this is or crystal as they called it. But this is just a simply, I mean, it's just a simple little dish for like candy or relish. The size is about 6. I think I measured it from the widest point right here, and that's 6 and 1/8 inches across. So it's a small little dish. You can hold it in your hands, pass the M&Ms or olives around. Beautiful dish, no damage to it at all. Just on the bottom, you expect to see some of that scuffing. That scratching, see right here? Because it's, so old, it gets slid around the table or what have you. So, but a beautiful, beautiful dish for those of you that collect Cambridge. Yes, Randy, it is. It's a beautiful color. Absolutely stunning. The color is, I mean, the light here just doesn't even do it justice. It's even beautiful, more beautiful. If you could see it against like a white tablecloth, oh, it's simply beautiful. It really is. Very pretty. Yeah. Yeah. Tiny little dish. And again, no damage to it at all. In very good shape. Has some bubbles in there for manufacturing. But that was what happened back then. Good, good old American glass. Made in the USA, right? Really pretty. Very, very pretty. Yeah. All
And
right, so
that's
we
got
have
a
some bids.
and
Yeah,
that's got a
please.
bluish that is a bluish tinge to it, right?
It is. This is called their Moonlight Blue.
Okay.
So it's like a purpley blue. It's so
Mm,
beautiful. It's really, really pretty. Yeah.
okay.
And even if you collect the clear, the blue will still accentuate it beautifully.
Yeah,
It's such a beautiful color.
it's not a deep blue, it's more just like the
No, it's
accents of
just
it.
it is. Right. It's like that just blue that's mixed into the clear glass that gives it that blue sheen. They called it their Moonlight Blue. Hmm. Very pretty. Yep. From 1936 to 1953, this was produced. All right. So we'll count this down. There's lots of other pieces that went to this entire set. All right. So we'll count it down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm accounting for the lag, guys, and stop. Very pretty piece. Okay. Chris has the stop in there.
And
Happy
we
birthday week,
have
America. Yes.
Sherry Howard for 16.
All right, Sherry, that's coming to you, and thank you everybody who bid on that. Sherry, that is coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, that's a beautiful piece. All right, thank you, everybody. I think Kels was bidding on that. Thank you, Kels. I'll keep my eye out for some more. If you guys really like that caprice pattern, let me know. I love it when you guys email me and you say, "Hey, Jeff, can you keep an eye out for more caprice or more, whatever it is, Heisey." I see Heisey everywhere because I love Heisey glass. But I mean, if you like a particular pattern, you're looking for a particular piece, let me know. I always keep my eyes open, and I do have a list on my phone, and I always flip that open when I am looking around, in whether I'm in an antique shop, whether I'm in a thrift store, wherever I am. I always try to keep an eye on whether record titles, CD titles, DVDs, anything you're looking for, let me know. Heck, I already might have it. So please let me know if you're looking for a specific something or other. Hi, Aaron. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. All right. So we are moving on here, guys. Next up is something that you guys may or may not have seen before. I grew up with these because my grandma had one. I think we had one at the house too, but my mother never really used it. My grandmother used it more so. You ready for this? And of course, hers was orange, but it came in many different colors. Chris, could you do $14 on the screen, please? Did you guys ever see one of these before? Huh? The easy carton holder. How cool is this? So you put your milk carton. I know some people get milk bottles and milk. Even if you have a plastic milk bottle and it's a quart, it'll still fit in here, even though it has that little handle. Sometimes people that have dexterity issues have a hard time picking up that little handle. So this gives you that grip. And of course, cartons, which are normally square, you can't put your hand around it all the way. So this gives you the handle to do that. And what color is it, guys? avocado green. Here's your avocado green. I could not believe it when I found one of these. I did find one, the orange one, that my grandma had when I grew up, when I was little, and I was so over the moon to find one. And this was many years ago, and I still have it somewhere in this house, packed in a box, of course, which I'm still trying to unpack. But yeah, and I use it. I really do. I really use it. Some of the milk I'll get will be in, in a carton, so I'll use it. You can use it for orange juice. You can use it for, fruit punch, whatever, lemonade, whatever have you. Um, and I think it may actually even fit those, those Simply Lemonade, Simply Limeade, Simply Fruit Punch, whatever. I think those might even fit in here too, because those don't have a handle either. So people that have dexterity issues and that have hard time grasping something, I even have trouble sometimes myself because I'm opening bottles all day long. So, my hands are starting to get some arthritis in it already. Yes, I already have some arthritis in my thumbs. So, yes, this is a great, great vintage piece. Yep, very, very cool. In avocado green. And of course, it has some, the wear in there from it being, rubbed up and down. But I did clean this really, really, really good. I scrubbed it down really, really well. So it is very clean. You guys know how I clean. And of course, there's wear on the bottom too. So this was well loved and well used. So carry on the tradition of using this great piece, and we are going to count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Hi, Stephanie. Heather gives. Oh, you too. Yes. Arthritis. Oh, my goodness. We're not
That
spring
is
chickens anymore.
a pass, Jeff.
That's a pass for now. We'll bring it back at the end, guys. All right. Who's ready to do the YMCA? You guys are all like, what? Wow. Guess what I found? You guys know what's coming up. Woo. The Village People, guys. I found a record, The Village People, with its original plastic on it. Yes. Chris, could you do 14 on this? Or excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the easy carton. This is $10. So this is the original Village People album. Side one, of course, the number one song, YMCA. It's got the medley, The Women, I'm a Cruiser. Side two, Hot Cop, My Roommate, and Ups and Downs. Can't Stop Productions. And this came out in 1978. How neat is that? And there's all the guys on there. The construction guy, the Indian, the cowboy, the biker, and the cop, and the soldier too. I don't know, or soldier. Was it how? There. One, two, three, four, five. Were there six? Only five of the five guys. I guess there were six. But anyway, there's the album. How cool is this? And it's in really, really good shape. I was shocked to see how the shape that it was in. So, those of you that are collecting vinyl now, look at the condition of this. Isn't this amazing? Look at that. I couldn't believe the condition this was in. There's not even a scuff mark on it. And of course, I clean all my records before I send them out to you guys now because I have a record cleaner. Not like it's like this big thing. It's just a little spray with it's like almost like a sponge kind of a thing on this wooden thing. And you just kind of go around the record and clean it. But I always try to clean them now for you before I send them out. It's amazing what comes off of some of these records. Oh, the dust and the nastiness and the schmutz, as I call it. But very, very cool. song wasn't tainted. Yeah. Well, this is the original album. So if anybody is interested in this, let's see. Leatherman, Glenn Hughes. Oh, it's got it all in the back. Tells you all about who's in it. Conducted by Horace Ott. Yeah, but good album. There's the info on the back. I don't know if it's going to come up very clear though, because it's so shiny. Because it has the original plastic on it. I do. Thank you, Tina. Yes, you guys know I clean everything very, very well before I send it out. Because, I don't want to receive anything gross and nasty. And so I like to send things out the way I would like to receive them. That's how I treat things. So the way I ship it is the way I would like to open up a box and see it. Now, newspaper, that doesn't bother me. Hey, as long as the item gets to me safely, that's all I care about. Buying brand new, beautiful wrappings and perfect bubbles and perfect this. You want to waste your money and do that? Go right ahead. But you know what? I recycle stuff. I reuse it. Stuff is cleaned. It gets to its, you know, destination safely. That is the most important part. So, hi Elaine, how are you? Yes, YMCA. That's what I said. We're going to do the YMCA. All right, so we're going to count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, Kathy, have a good night, hun. And stop. I don't know if I said stop.
That is a pass.
Okie dokie. We'll come back to it at the end. All right, next up, guys, I have something really cute made in Japan. This is adorable. Chris, could you put 18 on the screen, please? This is in perfect condition, guys. You know what this is? It's a wall pocket. How cute is that? Look at her playing her little accordion or squeeze box, whatever you want to call it. Isn't she adorable? Their little socks falling down, and the coloring on this is absolutely exceptional. Look at her giving her a little side eye there. She looks like she's giving me side eye. Very cute. And then it has a little hole in the back hanging on the wall. Very clean on the inside. I cleaned it out really well. It had some dirt in the bottom. I always wonder, like sometimes you'll see like little pockets like this, and there's dirt in there. It's like, what did people put in here? Like I would never put like dirt or a plant, like a real plant in here. So like what did people put in here? Like I would put like faux flower, like fake flowers, or like ivy or something. I don't know. There's always like dirt in these things. It's like, what were people planting? It's very odd. And it is made in Japan. It has a little made in Japan on the bottom. How stinking cute is this thing? Not a very common piece either. I looked it up online and there I don't I think I found like maybe two listings for this. And not as in good a shape as this one. I couldn't believe the shape of this one. Has a little extra paint runoff here from when it was made. These were like such cute items. Stuff you would have found at like the 5 and 10, you know? Very cute. Cute little piece. Hanging in a little girl's room. You could put pencils in it, leave it. It doesn't have to be hung on a wall. You can leave it on here, put pencils in it, you know? The pencil holder. I mean, there's so many things you can do with it. Very cute. Put in your kitchen and you can put like things that you use every day, like your scissors and a ruler, and your scissors. I don't have any scissors here. How about a letter holder or a letter opener? Letter holder, letter opener. So stuff like that. Very, very cute. You lost me for 6 minutes. Oh, Virginia, what are you doing? Right. Toothbrushes, makeup brushes, things like that. Very cute. Very, very cute. and not a very common piece that I saw at least online. So, and I have never come across this before. All right, so we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Pudding? I don't know. I don't think I would put pudding in here, but if you wanted to. 2, 1, and stop. Air plants, right, exactly. Air plants, which I kill all the time. No matter how many times I buy air plants, you Chris too. No matter how many times we buy air plants, although I think the one he has now is holding on.
Yeah, it's still holding on, and that's a pass.
Good. All right. Okay. All right. So let's move on here. And by the way, guys, anybody that buys anything tonight, I do have giveaways. I have a nice Italian vase. I have some glass stirrers in the original box with little fruits on them, and I got a cute little statue of some little bunnies. These are the charming tales. Love is in the air. So cute. So and plus some little Fourth of July little throw-ins I'm going to give you guys too for anyone that wins tonight. So she called you a jerk. My gosh, you guys are a hoot. All right. Who's ready for some songbooks? I think someone was asking me for songbooks. So this is the something new that I'm bringing tonight. Now, Chris, could you put $20 on the screen? I found a stack of songbooks. Um, More so for piano, but I believe there's some guitar arrangement in these as well. Now, I bought an entire stack of these things, guys, and I picked through them and I pulled out all of the um, Yankee Doodle versions. No, all of the patriotic ones that I could find or related to anything that's patriotic. All right. So you get this entire stack, and I'll go through them. And I think there's what, 12 of them. So these all have Americana themes. So you have Yankee Doodle ditties, and you got some of them have the words and some of them do not. Like this particular one has guitar chords and it also has piano notes in there as well. So if you play piano or guitar, so some of these actually have famous Martha polka, wintertime polka. Um, yeah, some of these songs, I think everybody, Arkansas Traveler, Little Brown Jug and I Love Thee. Remember that? Turkey in the Straw, Pop Goes the Weasel, Yankee Doodle. Some of them have the words, some of them do not. But they are really cool. And this is a full book. This one's a really thick one, okay? So that's a full book. Here's another full book, Songs of Our Buddies. And this one has, let's see, Just a Baby's Prayer at Twilight, Margie. Let's see, You're a Million Miles from Nowhere when you're one little mile from home. How you gonna keep them down on the farm? America, I love you. And these do have the lyrics as well. But really, really great. Even if you just have them on your piano, just as a display, or even just on a table, just as a display, or in the back on a shelf, like behind me here, like if you had something like this just on a shelf, very patriotic, very cool. Now this one here, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. We all know who that is. It's Bing. And this is just one song. And there it is. Now some of these are not perfect. This one here, it's a copyright. Is it 1943? I think these are 1943. I'm not sure. But a lot of these came from New York, New York. Edwin H. Morris Company, Broadway, New York, New York. But very, very cool. just to have, as something patriotic to add to your display or your vignettes. Really, really cool, guys. Um, so there's that one. Song of the Infantry, and all these have the lady's name on them up on the top. Um, for her privacy, obviously, I'm not going to mention her name, but you can read it for yourself. But unfortunately, she did write her name on the top, so just be aware of that. And the year she put was 1943. So 1943 is when she was using these. So this one's from North Broad Street in Philadelphia, Song of the Infantry. And there's the notes. Now I know some people like to make you guys do like, crafts, and you like to cut things up, and I hate to say, yeah, go right ahead, but hey, you know what? If you buy it, it's yours. Do whatever you want with them, but I like them as they are. But some people do crafts and they like to wrap things in them and do like, it was a decoupage, which is fine, but I would hate to like, cut up something like old like these. Keep them flying. You guys probably heard these songs before. You're probably singing them in your head right now. And then we've got The Yanks Are Coming, The Yanks Are Coming. I think that's that song, right? Yep, I think. Yanks are coming, Yanks are coming. I just remember that from the Golden Girls when Dorothy was going in for surgery. Over there. Yeah, it's over there. That's not the song. Over there. Send the word, send the word over there. The time is now. Here's another one. Now, some of them look at tape. See now why we don't use acid tape, guys? This is why we don't use anything acid tape. See what it does? But some of these are repaired. But these are great, guys. These are wonderful. You know? Look out below, sky anchors, the men of merchant marine. And then you got Westover, which is not far from where I am here. Sometimes I can hear the planes taking off. The Westover Air Force Base. And there is Colonel or Major General Westover right there. That's very cool. You're a grand old flag, you're a high flying flag. There you go. Aren't these wonderful? I think these are fantastic. I mean, how patriotic can you get? Look at all these. These are wonderful. I just love these things. It's like, geez, maybe yeah, you're a grand old flag, you're a high flying flag. These are awesome. So there's that one. You got Sky Anchors. This one. And those of you that are in the military, thank you very much for your service. And you may want to have this for, some sort of a, display or whatever that you have. By Fred Waring. The Naval Aviation Song. Yep, very cool. I'm guessing that maybe this lady's husband may have been in the military. That's why she had all these. I don't know. A Fellow on Furlough. Copyright 1937. Issued in 1943. The Moon of Manacora on the back. Freddie Martin and his orchestra. House of Melody. Vine Street in Hollywood, California. And finally, guys, the GI Jive. You guys know the GI Jive? Man alive. It's the GI Jive. That's on the 40s Junction all the time that I listen to. So you get all of these for one money, and I'm not sure if we have any bids. We're going to count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Music class in elementary school. That's what I'm bringing back. Yes. Oh, yeah.
And that's past, Jeff.
Okay. Somebody asked me to bring that. I'm surprised. Not a lot of people here tonight. I don't know why. There's only 82 folks. I don't know. Everybody's out having picnics or something, or fireworks or whatever. I don't know. Should turn a fan on in here. It's very warm. Actually, give
Well,
me a second, guys.
there's
Give me 1 second. Let me just turn the fan on.
yeah, this is a, firework
Come on.
weekends for some places.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are here tonight. We only have 81 folks here. So, yeah. Well, welcome in everybody. I'm glad whoever's here, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for visiting with me and spending some time with me. I appreciate it. Hello to everybody in the Lurker Lounge. All right, guys, who likes swing frames? Here's a swing frame. Ooh, and I brought one last week, and here's another one. Now, again, this one does not have the glass, but you know what? You go to the Goodwill or you go to the dollar store and you buy a frame that has the size. You don't have to have glass cut, but this is a beautiful one. Chris, could you put 18 on the screen, please? $18. This is an 8-inch, and I'm measuring from the inside, guys. This wood, see the wood? So I'm measuring from the inside here. I'm not measuring from the edges. I'm measuring from the inside. So it's an 8 by 6 inch frame. Not an 8 by 10, but an 8 by 6. So there I am. Okay. So you can have my mug in there. Yeah, right. And break the glass. Anyway, but what a beautiful frame. Has a little bit of wear on the bottom and the back. But I love that. It's patina, you know? It's the patina of it. And it just it has that very Art Nouveau or Art Deco look to it. Isn't it nice? And there is the swing part of it. So that's all you need to do is just put some glass in there, and then you put the backing from the frame that you buy on it, and you can put some little tacks. You can even see the holes where the tacks originally were before whoever had this took their picture out. They probably didn't. Obviously, they wanted to keep their family pictures, but there's the bottom of it. But these are great, you know? Yeah. I love swing frames are great. They're really, really great. And of course, do I wash these? No, I don't wash these. These are wood. So use a light brush, use like a makeup brush or whatever, and just brush the dust off. That's the best way to clean these types of things with a very soft brush, like a sable brush, something like that. Now the air conditioning just kicked on. I can hear it now. It finally realized it was getting warm in here. So it's a beautiful frame. So, and as far as the base go, I didn't measure the base. I don't know if anybody really needs to know in case they have a certain spot they want to put it in. The base is 9 1/4, not almost 9 1/2, almost 9 1/2 inches across. So, oop, wrong way. All right. So I think we have a bid, and it looks like we have Kells in there. All right. So we have some bids. So we're going to count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, you did? Oh, your wedding, your mom's, what was it? What did you say? Your parents' wedding picture photo and the one you got from me. Oh, how wonderful, Annie. That's so great to hear. I love hearing what you guys do with this stuff. When you guys send me pictures and you tell me, I love hearing that. Thank you for sharing that with me. I love that. All right, so we're going to count this down. 10, 9, 8. Yes, a feather duster works fine. Yeah. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Oh, me too, Virginia. I got mine running down the basement. Yeah, I always have one running in the basement.
Okay, it looks like we've got bells for 22.
All right, Kels, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And to anybody else that might have bid on that, I didn't see any of the bids come in. So thank you very, very much. And it looks like there is a lag because it looks like we had Elaine pop in late.
Yep.
So we're going to have to adjust for the lag, I guess, Chris. I don't know.
Okay.
But sorry, Elaine, you just missed that, honey. You did refresh, Chris, right? Just to double check.
I did.
Yeah. I know Elaine is traveling too. That might have something to do with it as well. So, all right, honey. Okay, so let's see. Fostoria Colony. Where are my Fostoria Colony folks? I've actually brought a couple of pieces of this the past few times. This is stunning. Chris, this is going to start at 23. This is 10 and 3/4 inches. It's a salad bowl or serving bowl, and it's the Colony Swirl by Fostoria. Beautiful glass. Look at this. Is this not stunning? And I'm looking inside to see if there's any utensil marks, and I don't see any at all. Beautiful glass. I mean, hello, it's Fostoria. Beautiful. Isn't that stunning? I like the Colony Swirl. I think it's very pretty, very elegant. Yep. I believe last week was it? I think Terry Trahan won the candy dish that had the original sticker on it. And in here, hi Jenny. How are you, honey? I hope you're doing well. I think about you all the time. Hope you're doing good, hon. Um, yeah, this is a really nice bowl. 10 and 3/4 inches. So for salad or for side dishes, if you're stuffing in there for Thanksgiving. And it goes with anything really. I mean, it's just a typical swirl bowl, so I would go with anything. Isn't it beautiful, Randy? Yeah, it's beautiful. I hope you're doing good, Jenny. I think about you often. I'm praying for you, sweetheart. I know you're going through quite a bit. You know, really pretty. Not much to say. I don't really have much to say about the Colony Swirl, but it's beautiful. So if anyone's interested, here it is, and we are going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and Chris, just account for the lag as well, please. 1, and stop. Oh, honey, I'm praying for you, sweetheart. You're a tough girl. You're going to get through this. You're going to get through this.
That's a pass, Jeff.
All right, and that's a pass. All right. All right, no problem. All right, so next up, guys, I have a DVD set. You guys remember this show? And it would start with Emergency. Do you guys remember this show? One of my favorites. Um, really, really, really good. Yep. With Randolph Mantooth. Right there. Yep. You guys remember this? So, Chris, we're gonna do $12 on the screen for this one, if you could. So it's a double CD set or a double get one season, two discs. So you get season 1, disc 1. Okay. And then you got disc 2. This is just the first season. So you can get the other seasons on DVD, but this is to start you off. Me too, Randy. I love this show. I still watch it. I actually have my own collection of Emergency. And I saw this the other day and I said, maybe somebody might want to start their own collection of this. Really good. So this is just season 1. And of course, this was from the 70s. I want to 70. What year? 70. I didn't put the year. Oh gosh, maybe Randy will know. 70. Yeah, it says 2005 here, but that was when the DVDs were put out. I can't remember the year. It was the 70s though. But really, really good show. Great medical drama when it first came out. It was the precursors to current day what is it, Grey's Anatomy and all the current medical dramas, but it was around the era of remember Quincy? Quincy used to be on the air at this time. All those medical dramas, they were really popular. So this was a really, really 72. Miss Jackie said 72. Okay, hi Miss Jackie. Um, so 72. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it was a little bit before I was born, but I remember watching the reruns. And I remember my brother watching it too. We would watch it together. Julie London, yes, correct. Her and her husband were on here. Actually, there she is. She's right here, right above my finger. There's Julie London. I can't really focus in. I don't know why my camera can't focus tonight, but there she is, right above my finger. Nurse. Oh gosh, it's gonna kill me now. What did she play? Nurse. Julie Lynch played Nurse. Oh gosh, not Nurse Ratched. Uh, wrong show. Um, I can't think of what was her name in the movie. But she was also, and she was married to the doctor in here. And of course, now I can't remember his name, but he was also a singer. And she was a singer too. Julie London was a singer. They both were. Yeah, very, very good. Good show. All right, so we're going to count this down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. She sure did. Yeah, I never knew that until after I saw this a while, and I doing some research, I figured out that she was a singer, Randy. I never knew that. 3, neither can I, Miss Jack. I can't either, Jackie. 2, 1. Stop. I just can't. I know I can't think of her name in the movie in the show. Nurse. Oh gosh, just can't think of her name. Can't think of her name.
That's a pass, Jeff.
Okay. So next up, guys, I have some Lennox. Where are my Lennox fans? Anybody that loves Lennox, I got something that I have not brought to you before, and I thought these were stunning. And I was doing all but to keep them myself. So you got thunderstorm out there, Heather? I got fireworks shooting off around me here. Yeah, it's fantastic. All right. So let's see. Chris, could you do $20 on the screen, please? Look at these guys. Lennox. Beautiful Lennox, made in the USA. Of course, I'm not getting any focusing on tonight at all. I don't know why, but hopefully you guys can see that. Made in the USA, Lennox. Beautiful candlesticks. Now, these are in the symphony pattern. So if you know your Lennox, you know the patterns. This is the symphony pattern. Beautiful, beautiful candlesticks. And you could use these all year round. They don't have to be even used just for a certain holiday. You can use this all year round. They are beautiful. Are these not gorgeous? I'll just hold up one and I'll show you one, but you're going to get both. These beautiful. Look at that. I cleaned them out really well. Had some wax in there, so somebody did use them. And they are rimmed in 24 karat gold. That's what this gold is on here. It actually says it right on the bottom, I believe. Usually it is. Sometimes they put a sticker that says that. But there, Dixie McCall. There you go. Bill got it. Yep, Dixie McCall. Nurse Dixie. Yep, Nurse Dixie. Yeah, these are really, really beautiful. Oh, we have Miss Jackie in at 21. Yeah, these are gorgeous, guys. Really beautiful. And I love how they have their built-in Beaubachet or Beaubeche, however you want to pronounce it. Beaubachet or Beaubeche. That's to hold the wax so it doesn't drip on your beautiful mahogany table or your tablecloth. Oh, try to get it off your tablecloth. Hot iron and some paper towels. It's really the only way to do it. Remember, I got wax on my mother's carpet one time. Oh my gosh. I got it off though. I did research and I figured it out. You can also use an ice cube, freeze it, and it usually just pops right off. Very pretty candlesticks. All right. So we're going to count these down. 10, 9, and guys, remember there is a lag, so I'm going to count slow, and Chris is going to account for the lag. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Get your bids in there. Don't wait. 2, 1. Fair warning, and stop. They're very pretty. I never saw the candlesticks before. Yep, very pretty. In the symphony pattern.
All right, give me a second, Jeff.
Oh,
YouTube slowed down there for a second.
yep.
Okay, we got
Oh, there's so much sweat on my glass. I'm getting it all over my notes.
Miss Jackie for 23. Cal just came in right after the stop. Sorry.
Okay, Miss Jackie, we got you, hun. All right, thank you, Kels, for your bids. Let's see. All right, thank you guys so much. All right, Miss Jackie, that's coming to you. They are beautiful. All right, guys, pink depression glass. Oops, let me just put this over here before this falls on the ground. Okay. So I got some pink depression glass here. Chris, could you put $40 on the screen, please? You're going to get all of this. All of these beautiful plates. Now, these are made by Anchor Hawking, and this is the coronation pattern.
Jeff, did you say
These
40, 40?
40,
Thank you.
40. Yeah.
Thank you.
So these are luncheon plates. These are 8.5 inches across.
Okay.
And they are in the coronation pattern made by Anchor Hawking. I know it's hard to see the color, but they almost look peach, but they're pink. They're
Yep,
very, very pink.
they are
Now,
pink.
there is absolutely no issues with this on the tops or on the edges here. The only problems are on some of them on the base. Right here, there's like a lip of the base where the plate sits on the table. There's a few little flea bites on some of the plates. They have like this one here has a little tiny one right here. And it's just like you can feel it with your finger. But the tops of them and the edges are completely perfect. You don't see them because who eats like that? Nobody eats like this. You eat like that, so nobody sees anything, right? Beautiful, beautiful anchor hocking, and these were made from the 1930s, is when they came out, and it's called the coronation pattern. And you get 6 of them. There's 6. And these are the luncheon plates, so or large dessert plates. So if your desserts tend to be very large, here you go. And I did look these up. I did price some of these, and what some people are asking for are like ridiculous. But if I get a good deal, I'll give you guys a good deal. You know, so yeah, these are really beautiful, and you get all 6 beautiful, beautiful plates. Really beautiful. And again, no damage to the edges at all. No chips on them at all. Just on the, like I said, on the bases underneath are a little bit rough. Here and there, you get a couple of little flea bites. But the top, I don't even think there's even any utensil marks. I don't even see hardly any. You know, but from people do that really hard. Guess what happens? Chip. So you can put coffee filters between these, felt rounds between these, so they don't get broken. But the fact that they survived since the 1930s, hello. I mean, they didn't look like this when I found them. I found these at an estate sale, and they were obviously very well taken care of, or not used very well, or very well, very often. So beautiful plates. Okay. All right, we're going to count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Very heavy, too. Coronation.
That's a pass.
Okay. All right, next up, guys, I have another record for you. I have. Who's a fan of this guy? Kenny Rogers. Chris, could you do $9 on the screen, please? This is Kenny Rogers' greatest hits. And there's all of his greatest hits right there. You guys know most of them. I'm just going to scroll up and you can read them all. I still have a hard time believing that he's gone, you know? I've always loved this song right here. Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer. Love that song. Yeah. Beautiful Kenny Rogers record. Can't believe he's gone though. Oh my gosh. Now, oh, I wonder if it has lyrics on it. No, it doesn't. No, it has pictures of his other albums though. Before his facelift, when he actually looked like Kenny Rogers. Ugh, that was awful after he had that done. Remember when he had all that facial surgery done? Oh, terrible. Oh, it's in really good shape. It's got some scuff marks, but no scratches. You guys know I will not buy anything that has a deep scratch. Needs to be clean though. Definitely needs to be clean, which I can do. But Kenny Rogers. There we go. Hi, Christine. Good to see you guys. Dottie West. Kenny Rogers and Dottie West. Every time two fools collide. Huh. You guys remember Dottie West? There she is. There's a blast from the past. Wow. All right. If I can get this back in here. All right. All right, so we're going to count this one down. 10, 9, 8. This is 1980 this came out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop.
That's a pass, Jeff.
Okay, no problem. All right, next up, I have some milk glass. I just found these the other day, and I could not believe the condition these are in. There are no chips or damage on them at all. Chris, could I have $35 on the screen, please? You're getting both of these for one money. Now, look at this. Here's the small one. This is the 7-inch one. And here is the 9 1/4 inch one. These are the probably made by Hazel Atlas. Well, actually, I know, I'm not probably. I know for a fact because this one is actually marked Hazel Atlas on the bottom, HA. So one would obviously assume they're both made from by Hazel Atlas, would they not? Yes. So they're both Hazel Atlas bowls. 9 1/4 inches, huge bowl, and 7 inches. Now this one here has the base to it. So these were for mixer. This was for probably for like a General Electric mixer, the research that I did. Um, and these are like in the beehive pattern, and they are phenomenal, guys. There is no damage. Usually you get those chips around the edge here. None whatsoever. These are in perfect condition. You can use these as regular mixing bowls. You don't need the mixer, but look at how beautiful. Obviously, it'll go with any decor, even modern decor, because all it has is just the ribbed pattern on the side. The inside is in beautiful shape. See it with the light Look at that. Hardly even any scratches or anything. Look at how beautifully clean these got. Aren't they nice? These are beautiful. Now the small one here, it's a little bit rough on one little spot here, but I think it's just on the seam when it came out of the mold. There's just a little roughness there, but there's no damage on it at all. And this is the one that's actually marked Hazel Atlas. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see right in the middle, you can see the HA. Yep, kind of right there. See the HA, Hazel Atlas? Yep. And there's the smaller bowl, which had the base to it for the mixer. So, get both of these for one money. Beautiful. Really, really nice. Hi, Sherry. How are you, hon? You're running late. No, you're not late. You're fine. We got quite a bit. I'm going to go back that people skipped over anyway, so I'm going to go over quite a bit more. So I'll be doing like a rerun because there's been a lot of skips. So not many folks in tonight. So all right, so we're going to count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Kels has the clear ones. This came in clear too. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Those are a
Oh,
pass,
is that heavy?
Jeff.
Okay. Next up, guys, I have another thing of Lennox now, but it's not Lennox that you would think. You ready for this? Anybody here a fan of dolphins? Anybody here like I love dolphins myself. This is a piece that came out in 1994. Chris, could you put $20 on the screen, please? Look at this crystal dolphin, guys. Look at him jumping out of the water. So the water is obviously frosted here and here. And here he is jumping out of the water. It's marked on the bottom, Lennox 1994, and it's made in Germany. Hopefully that will focus. I don't know why this won't focus tonight. It has a hard time focusing. Is that coming through, Chris? Can you see that?
It's very. I can see the Lennox. Try putting your hand behind the piece. Sometimes that helps. No. I mean,
You can
I can
see
see
it
the
there a little
Lennox.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
says
it
up
says
on
fine
top, it says
crystal.
Lennox 1994, made in Germany. Yeah. So German crystal and absolutely beautiful. Hey, Spencer, good to see you. How are you? Thank you for popping in. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a really nice piece if you like dolphins. He polishes up really nice. Beautiful dolphin. What beautiful creatures, are they not? I love dolphins. Luckily, I was able to go on a cruise with Chris and we were able to swim with the dolphins one year, several years back. And I was able to swim with them. That was one of the most exciting things that ever happened to me. Because I love dolphins. And it was the coolest thing. You get to hold onto their fin as they pull you through the water and they give you a little kiss. They're so cute. They're just adorable. Yep. Yes, Flipper, exactly. Flipper, Flipper, faster than lightning. Yep. All right, so we're going to count this Linux piece down. And it's 7 inches tall, by the way, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Per Lady Macbeth, a good German factory, huh? Oh, well, German crystal. Good stuff. It's beautiful. I mean, the clarity on it is amazing. Of course, it's got my fingerprints on it right now.
That
Beautiful
is a
piece, though.
pass.
Okay. All right, so next up, guys, I have a tumble up. I know somebody was looking for a tumble up the other day, also known as a bedside carafe. Chris, could I have 18 on the screen, please? Here's a bedside carafe, also known as a tumble up. It is cut. I do not know the maker. I believe I purchased this at Filene's, which is now Macy's, many, many, many years ago because I wanted these on my side, on my bedside.
Hey, Jeff.
Unfortunately, after the Chris,
Yeah, sorry. We had a late bid for that piece for Jenny Mac. Do you want to run it again so we can get that bid in? So
yeah,
Jenny's
that's
in for
fine. Yep.
20.
All right, so Jenny's in for 20. Okay, so we
Yep.
have Jenny for 20,
Yep, for the Dolphins.
and I'm going to count it down again. All right, so this is for the Dolphin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Yeah, Jenny, it was absolutely amazing. You'll do it someday.
Okay. Confirming Jenny Mac's bid for 20, 20.
All right, Jenny, that's coming to you, sweetheart. Okay, that is beautiful. You're going to love that. All right, so back to our tumble up or our bedside carafe. Now, it does have some hazing on the inside, and this is clean,
And
but
that
because it was used so, Chris,
that was an $18 start, correct?
this is 1/8.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay. I'm just
18.
gonna
Yep,
put that back in there because I retracted it from the previous. Okay. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, sure. Yep. So it does have a little bit of hazing on the inside of the glass from its use. Um, I guess you could call it sick glass or whatever, but you know what? It's still clean and it's still a good, beautiful, beautiful tumble up. Great bedside carafe. And a lot of people have been looking for these lately. I don't know why, but they are nice. And I would actually put them by my I have two of these. I have a different one that's very similar to this one, but I'm like, why do I need two? I only have one guest room and I don't use it next to my bed because I usually have my big Yeti thermos next to my bed in case I need water in the middle of the night. I'm not very classy, let me tell you. So anyway, um, so I was like, you know what? I'll bring one to the. But I looked at both of them. They both have that haze on the inside. So I don't know. But it's still a great piece to have, especially if by even if by your chair, like if you're watching TV, by your bed, wherever. It's good to have several areas around the house. If you have to take
Jeff,
medication, you can leave it near your
what's
medication.
Jeff?
Chris?
What's the etching? Jenny Mac has a question.
The etching on it is like it's like a floral etching. Can you see it? It's like almost like a berry, and then it has like these leaves that kind of come off. And there's three of them on the bottom. They're like little, like almost like ivy leaves that come off of like a little berry. And the glass has it as well. Of course, the haze of the glass, unfortunately, but it is clean. It's just the glass is just you know but it has its same pattern, and then it has like this like feathery pattern on the top. See the top? This little feather pattern on the top. But it's a really nice. It's still really beautiful, and I like how it has a handle on it. Some of these don't have handles; they just have like this part here where you kind of have to grab it. Sometimes in the middle of the night, you're not. You wake up in the middle of the night, your hands aren't as strong as they should be, and you end up dropping it. So this has a nice handle to it, so you can grab it really, really firm. Yeah, and it keeps the dust out while you have your fresh water down here. Keep it near your medications, keep it near your chair, near your bed. Great little piece. Yeah, isn't it great, Jenny? I know it's a great little piece. Yep. All right. All right, so Jenny's in. So we're going to count this down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One, and stop. Yeah, usually it does. Usually it's the glass that goes over the right. You're right, but this actually fits inside and keeps the dust out, and it has a little spout on it too.
Okay, we got Jenny Mac for 18, 1-8.
All right, Jenny, that's coming to you, hon. And if you guys are like me, like I like drinking filtered water. Like I don't like drinking water out of the tap. So having that with filtered water in your bathroom when you're taking, you're brushing your teeth and you're taking your medication, you don't have to drink out of the tap. You can just use that and refill it every day. That's the way to do it. All right, Jenny, that's coming to you, hon. All right. All right, another record, guys. I just found this the other day, and I love these guys. Chris, could you do $9, please? Who remembers the Fifth Dimension? You guys remember them? Fantastic group. And I'm sure you guys know Aquarius, Age of Aquarius. You guys know that? Let the Sun Shine In, the girls song. Stone Soul Picnic, California Soul, up and away, my beautiful balloon. You guys know that? Blowing away. Carpet Man working on a groovy thing. Paperclip, Sweet Blindness. The Wedding Bell Blues, The Worst That Could Happen. Really, really good album. And it's their greatest hits, guys. Their greatest hits. They were fantastic. So it opens like a book. And this came out in Mario. I don't even know if Mario is in here tonight. I don't know if Mario's in. I don't know what year this came out. You guys know, I'm always intrigued with the year. Of course, there's no year on it. No, I don't see a year. But let's take a look at the record. It doesn't have a sleeve, but I will put one on for you. And there it is in beautiful shape. Look at that. No scratches on it. Hardly, I don't even think there's any scuffing. No, there's not even any scuffing. Just dust, and which I will clean off. Those little spots are just dust, which I will clean off for you, and I will put it in a new sleeve. And there they are. They are fabulous. Fifth Dimension. I think Terry popped in there. Okay. They are great. Good album to have in your collection. 10, 9, 8. I'm so glad you guys like records. It really means a lot to me. It really does. Like, I'm just so thrilled that I can do this for you. I love finding records. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. How are you, Terry? Good to see you, bud. Terry, your
Okay,
goodies are on their way, including your chicken. It's double boxed, so that chicken better get to you safely.
got Terry Trahan for 12.
All right. All right, Terry's in for 12. Thank you so very much, Terry. I appreciate that. And thank you, Randy, who bid on that also. I appreciate your bids, guys. All right, Terry, my friend, that is coming to you. All right. All right, next up, guys, is the Heisey platter. I'm doing all but to part with this, but it's very large and I just really don't have the storage space for it. This is 13 and a half inches long. Now, I looked this up on replacements, and replacements has this listed as 13 inches. This is 13 and a half, not 13. Chris, could you put 35 on the screen for me, please? And this is a beautiful Heisey orchid platter. Now, it's orchid because you can see the orchids right on the top. See the orchid? And yes, it does glow for those of you that don't. Oh, and by the way, that colony bowl glows too. Terry, were you here when I showed the colony bowl? I'm going to be bringing that back too. Because I know you bought the colony, the candy dish last week. I found a colony salad bowl. So I'll bring that back again too. And this does glow. Of course, with these bright lights, you can barely see. Let me try turning these lights down a little bit. Hold on a second, guys. It's up too high. There. How's that? I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, and you can see the glow. So it does this does glow. So this is an older pattern. This came out between 1940 and 1957 is when this pattern was made. 13 and a half inches. This is not 13. I don't know why replacement says 13, but I measured it twice. Now, usually Heisey is marked in the middle with the little H inside of the diamond. This one is not marked. And I did look it up, and Heisey did not mark all of their pieces, but most of their pieces. And some of their pieces actually just had a sticker on them. So perhaps because this was such a large piece, there was no way for them to actually put a mark in the center of it. But if you look this up, this is definitely Heisey, and you can tell just by touching it. And it is absolutely stunning. The pattern itself is just gorgeous. Look at that. It's one of my favorite Heisey patterns. I absolutely love this. I remember having a chocolate cake that I made and I put it on this, and it just made it look even nicer. Really beautiful. If you know your Heisey, you know. It has these little beads on the top. And it's, of course, in perfect condition. And it has that swirl effect. Can you see the swirl? You can see it in the lights. See how the glass is like swirled? See that? It's hard to see when it's like down on the table, but when you hold it at an angle, you can see that swirl. Isn't that beautiful? And it's huge and heavy for its size, too. Very, very, very pretty. Beautiful. If you're making a nice anniversary cake for someone and you want to give an anniversary gift, bake a cake, give it to them on the platter, and tell them you can keep the platter too. Why not? Right? And that's part of their gift. Very, very pretty. Yep. They called it also a torte plate, cake plate. So very, very pretty. Orchid etch. All right. So I'm not sure if we have any bids, and I am going to count this down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Oh, you're not like, oh, good, you were here. Okay. All right, so you saw it. Cool. All right.
That's a pass, Jeff.
Okay. And here's another fish. We got a fish. Another fish. Just like to match Heather's bowl that she got last week, I found a plate. Now, the $8, Chris, on the screen. This is glass bake. And yes, you can put this in the oven if you wanted to. If you wanted to bake something on this little guy, you could. It actually even says it, I think, somewhere on here. Yeah, oven proof USA. Right on the top. Oven proof USA. It says it right there. And so here's the fish. Oh, he's upside down, poor thing. There he is. Although some fish swim upside down, don't they, Chris? I don't know, you probably didn't hear me. But
Yes,
he's really
yes,
cute.
yes, they
So
do.
here,
Some fish
yeah,
do.
some of them swim upside down.
They do. Sorry, I was taking Toby outside.
Well, that's all right. So what I thought was just because now this came as a set, you use this as your plate, you have the big huge fish salad bowl, whatever. But even if you just have one of these, you could also, I thought of using this like in your bathroom. How cool would that be? Just on like in the bathroom, like put your toothbrushes on or put your like rolled up towels or something. Perfect bathroom decor. to use it for in the kitchen, you know? I just thought it was kind of cool. So, oh, Jenny's in it, eh? Yeah. So it's very, very cute. All right, so we're gonna start counting this down. He's a cutie. Yeah, I just thought he was great. Like I said, especially like for a bathroom. You know, you can just put him in a bathroom. Heck, if you wanted, you can even use a plate hanger and hang him on the wall. You know. All right, so we're gonna start the countdown on this one. Looks like Sherry's in for 10. All right, and we're gonna count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Crab dip platter. I had a fish themed bathroom in Minnesota. I should do that in a guest bathroom. You should. Yeah. I think fish are cute in a bathroom.
Okay, hang tight, Jeff. 1 second. I want to make sure this is
Okay.
last minute bid come in.
They actually had two of those at the thrift store, and one of them had a big chip
Yep.
on his nose. What is it? What does the fish have? Nose or what?
Uh, yeah, you could call him a nose.
A
I
nose?
wouldn't say
Okay.
snout,
Oh,
but
we got Sherry in for 10. Okay, so Sherry's in for 10. I'm sorry about that, Jenny. I'll keep my eye out for some more for you, honey. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, what do you, is it a nose? Like, do fish have noses? They don't smell. So, why would they need a nose? They would more have like senses, don't they?
well, they would sometimes feel.
Smell.
Um,
Yeah.
well, they would detect chemicals in the water. You know,
Oh, okay.
so I suppose they do technically smell ish.
Okay. All right. Good to know. There we go. Make a good crab dip. Yum. Oh, it smells so good right now. What did I have tonight? Ravioli for dinner. Oh, I gotta hold this over right on my hardwood floors. Pardon me for a moment. Oh my gosh. It must be humid in here. Some air conditioning is on, but it's got so much sweat on this glass. I'm telling you. All right. Okay, guys. Let's see if Toby was here, he'd be drinking the water off the floor. All right. What is this? Oh, this is cool, guys. So I'm going to educate you a little bit. Chris, $18 on the screen, please. Look at this. Now, don't get excited, guys. This is not Bakelite. This is not Bakelite. This is just plastic. Okay. Chris, $18. This was made by the Federal Tool Corporation. All right. It's a syrup pitcher, as you guys know. You pull on the little trigger and the little top opens up. This is metal. Okay. So when you open this up, putting the glass aside for now, it says on the inside, hot water will freeze sticky slide. So if the slide is sticky, hot water, right? Now I did soak this, but some more of the stickiness is still coming out, so you can soak this a little bit longer when you get it. Um, and what it says in here is it's made by the Federal Tool Corporation in Chicago. Here's your clue, Chicago, Illinois, right? There it is. Can't really see that 'cause the way I'm holding it, but it does say that right in the middle. All right. Now, I looked this up and I said to myself, Federal Tool Corporation, were they affiliated with Federal Glass? And did Federal Glass make this? They were not affiliated with one another. They just had the same name. So the Federal Tool Corporation was in where? Chicago, Illinois. The Federal Glass was in Columbus, Ohio. They did not make the glass for this. This was probably Hazel Atlas that made this particular glass. or just Atlas glass. I can't remember when Atlas formed Hazel Atlas. I think it was early on though. It was probably way before this was made. Um, but this probably came out in the 50s. But what a great pitcher for syrup if you don't have one. Great to have. Yeah. And I loved the green handle. That's why I grabbed it. I was like, oh, it's a green handle. I'm like, that's nice. Isn't that nice? You have one like this, but plastic. Yeah, this is a nice one. This is the metal top on it. This has the metal. So if you wanted to soak it in really hot water, you could, and it won't melt. Yeah, very cool. So I thought that was interesting. So I figured I would, educate you guys on that and let you know. Has the little mark, this little mark on the bottom. Tried to research that, but from what I found out, that this is actually made by Hazel Atlas for the Federal Tool Corporation syrup pitcher. I have one of these, but it has a Bakelite handle, and can't remember who made it, but I don't think it was Federal Tool. But the one I have has a Bakelite butterscotch handle. So I was like, oh, I could keep that, but I'm like, no, I already have one. Why do I need two? Chris and I don't need our own pitcher of syrup. One's enough, but this is a really nice pitcher. It's really cute. Some of them were Bakelite, but this is just a green plastic. So if you have a green kitchen, there you go.
I don't know. I
Looks
could
like we have
probably,
Kells in there for 18.
if it's good maple syrup, I could definitely kill that whole jar.
You probably could, and I could too. I know, I love my maple syrup too. Yep. All right, so we're going to count this down. 10, 9, 8. Oh, that's not good, Jenny. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Yeah, this is definitely metal. You guys know I'm very honest with anything I sell to you guys. This is definitely metal. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh,
Okay.
we got
Kells
Kells,
for
I think.
18. Yep, Kells for 18.
Kells for
Yep.
18. All right, Kells, that's coming to you, my dear. It's heading out to Cali. Now, I would imagine you guys probably don't have maple syrup out in California. I might have to get you a bottle of good maple syrup here and send it out to you with your container to put it in. Congratulations. Thank you for that. All right, and last up, guys, I have some more EAPG. Here it is. Banana boat time. Anybody know the pattern? Let's see how good you guys are. Ooh. All right, Chris, could you put 28 on the screen, please? And
I'm
yes,
gonna
it
say,
does glow, so we could
uh,
get that out of the way.
I'm gonna say clamshell.
A clamshell. So this was made by Bryce Higby and Company. This is absolutely beautiful. And they called
Higbees?
this their U. What?
Higbees?
No, not Higbee's. No, not
Oh.
it's not and not affiliated with the store Higbee's. No. I know you always say that. It's a Christmas story. No, it's not associated with Higbee's the
Okay.
departments. Bryce Higby and Company.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe
Gotcha.
the same family, I don't know.
Okay.
But
Fair.
maybe his great grandson opened Higbee's, I don't know. But here you go. You can use it to rest your face in. You can use it to rest your arm if you have a broken arm. No, it was made for fruit. It was made for bananas. They call it a banana cradle, um, or a U bowl or whatever. A U something or other. You put fruit in it. They'd sometimes put cake in it. They said cake, but I did look it up. I looked it up on the EAPG database and found out that the name of this is called Admiral, and it was introduced in 1899. And let me tell you guys, 1899 to 2026, this is in perfect, and I can say that word, perfect condition. There is not anything wrong with this at all. It is in impeccable condition. Not a chip, not a nick, nothing at all wrong with this. Can you imagine it lasted that long? That just blows my mind. Just saying. I just think that's fascinating. Yep, banana boat. Banana boat, banana cradle, banana, fruit bowl. But it starts off like a cake plate and then they heat it up and what do? Fold up the sides and guess what? For fruit. And it is absolutely perfect. Like they just made this today. Seriously, that's how perfect this is. It's in perfect condition. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. And this is a thrift store find, if you can believe it. Usually they'll, you guys know how they treat stuff in thrift stores. Yeah. It's got a bubble in here from the glass being made. See the bubble? There it is. Yeah, very, very nice. Really, really pretty. Taco holder. That would be a very large taco to eat out of this thing. Holy cats. Taco to share with the family, right? We just went to a Mexican restaurant the other night and I had it was fantastic. I had one beef taco and a chicken taco. They were delicious. Oh, fantastic. Yep. Great restaurant. Yep.
And don't forget the elote,
The
Mexican
elote.
street corn. The Mexican street corn.
Yes, we had the elote Mexican street corn dip. So it was they do the Mexican street corn and then they take the corn off the cob and they serve it in a bowl. Boy, was that thing hot, huh, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I don't think I've ever eaten corn that was so like temperature wise. It was like steaming when they brought it to the table.
Yep. With the
Oh,
with the cota cheese, yeah, it was good.
with the cottage cheese, and they had these real tortilla shells that they actually just make their own tortillas and get them nice and crunchy. Oh my gosh, they were so good. It was just so good, so good. All right, so enough about our meal that we had the other night. We're gonna count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Randy, it's right in Long Meadow. It's called Lola's. Hyponatremia?
And that is a pass, Jeff.
That's a pass. Is that what you had, Jenny? Oh my gosh, honey. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Guys, I have giveaways tonight. If anybody who won anything is eligible for these giveaways, I have some cute little ones tonight. Nice ones. All right, I'm going to go back quickly over the items that did not sell. If you see anything, I'm just going to mention them. If you see anything, um, and at this point, I think they're just going to be flat price items. So if you see anything, I'm going to give you a letter. This is what we're going to do, Chris. We're going to just do a letter. So if somebody's interested in anything, I'm going to put the letter next to the price, and that's going to be the flat price. Just so
Okay.
because there's so many items that we're skipped over tonight, and I'm just going to give you the letter. I'm just going to give you the price, show you the item, and a letter. And if you're interested, put the letter in the chat.
And the
Okay.
first person that puts it in gets it for that price. Gotcha.
First person that puts it in there will get it for the price that I was asking for.
Okay.
So I have these two glasses here. These are EAPG from the Kokomo Glass Company, circa 1889 to 1902. Yes, they do glow like crazy. And it's the Stars and Stripes pattern. These are 2-ounce cordial glasses. They're in perfect condition. These were $18. And this is letter K. Letter K. If you're interested in these are letter K.
Stop.
I had a Tommy
Jeff, stop, stop,
Dorsey.
stop, 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 stop. Jenny
Okay,
Mac
I
is
see
in
Jenny
for.
Mac for 18. Okay, I got it. See how quickly this works?
Yep.
I
I
see
just
it.
want to make sure you saw
Okay,
it.
I got Jenny Mac for 18 on that one. Thank you, Jenny. All right, next up I have, let's see. No, Tommy Dorsey was already taken. What am I doing? We're doing the EZ carton. This is plastic, probably from the late 60s, 70s, I would say. It's 7 inches tall. This is $14. You put your carton of milk or juice or what iced tea, whatever in this, and you have a nice strong handle to hold when you're pouring, as opposed to just holding the carton. $14. This is letter C. $14, letter C. If you're interested in that, just put C in the chat. I have the record Village People. Village People record. This was $10. And this is letter M. Letter M. If you're interested in this, put letter M in the chat.
Okay, hold on. We got M. M is going to Terry Trahan.
Okay, Terry Traham got that. Okay, so Terry for 10 on that.
Yeah, sorry, there
Terry,
was a little bit
thank
of
you
delay
very
there.
much, Terry. Thank you, guys. Terry got that one. Okay, thank you, Terry.
Okay, all right.
All right, so next up we had the Japan wall pocket. This was $18. And this is letter P as in Paul. P as in Paul. Okay, that's $18 and it's in perfect condition. And again, remember you can use it for toothbrushes, pencils, pens, whatever, ruler, your scissors in your kitchen, hanging on the wall, leave it on your desk.
Okay, that's going to
All
go
right, next.
to Jenny Mac for P.
Jenny got that one? Okay,
Yep.
Jenny, you got that one for 18. Thank you very much, Jenny.
All
All
right.
right, so I got you down for that. Thank you very much. All right, next up, I had a whole stack of song books. These are all patriotic song books. They're all patriotic in nature. They're all different books here, different songs. Yankee Doodle book, the GI Jive, Sky Anchors, The Time Is Now. These are all patriotic theme, patriotic images. The Yanks are coming, keep them flying, Song of the Infantry. And of course, yes, they do have the old musty smell, which I love, but they are great. And this was $20 and it's letter S. $20, letter S in the chat if you're interested in this. Okay, and you get that whole stack. Then we had the Fostoria Colony Bowl.
Hold on.
Beautiful salad bowl.
Jeff,
I'm
hold
sorry.
on. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Elena, did you mean S's and Sam?
S's and Sam was for the song books.
She
Is
she
that
put
what you wanted?
she put F. Yep. Okay, confirming Elena for
Okay, so
S.
Elena for that. Okay, thank you, Elena. No problem. I should enunciate better.
No, you said
My
S's and Sam.
syllable. I should enunciate my syllables better.
No, you were good. You're fine.
You're fine, Elena. Thanks, hon. All right, so this was the Fostoria Colony Bowl, the Swirl Bowl. It's 10 3/4 inches across, gorgeous condition. $23. Letter L. Letter L. L is in Larry. Okay. If anyone's interested in that.
Hold on, Jeff. Terry Trahan
Next
is.
up.
Hold on.
Oh,
Slow down, Jeff. Terry Trahan's got letter L.
okay. So Terry's in there for 23 and letter L. Okay, Terry, that's coming to you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
Jeff, your voice keeps cutting out every now and then, so just slow it down a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not your fault. It's the
All right.
internet.
Yeah, I know. Well, there were storms in the area, so it could be it too. We had the emergency DVD season one. You get the entire season one here. This was $12. Letter E for emergency. Letter E. If you're interested, it's $12. Letter E. We had a set of 6 depression glass plates. This is the
Hold on.
1930s.
Hold on. Jenny Mac is going for emergency.
Okay, Jenny Mac is having an emergency. All right, honey, that's coming to you. All right.
Okay.
So next up, we have 6 depression glass plates. These are the luncheon plates. These are 8.5 inches across, so they're a little bit larger than a dessert plate, but you can definitely use them for dessert plates. I mean, I would. From the 1930s, Anchor Hocking coronation pattern. They're a set of 6, $40. Letter H. Letter H. $40, letter H. If anyone's interested in these. And they do have, like I said, on the bases of some of them, there's some little tiny flea bites, but not around the edges or on the tops at all. They're perfect. It's just those little tiny, little nicks underneath on the bottom, here and there. But they're in phenomenal, for their age, they're in phenomenal condition. All right, next up I have there was the Kenny Rogers album as well. This was $9. His greatest hits, Kenny Rogers, $9. And this
Before
was letter R. This is going to be letter R.
before his many facelifts.
Before his many facelifts. Oh, poor man. Rest in peace, Kenny. He was great. I still can't believe he's not with us. All right. Then we had the mixing bowls. These heavy things. Oh my gosh. You get both of these bowls. These are made by Hazel Atlas in the beehive pattern. 9.25 inches and 7 inches. They are like almost, I would have to say, perfect. There is no chips or anything around the edges of any of these. The only thing is this small one has a little roughness in one spot, like right there. It's just some roughness, and I think it's from the mold because that's where that mold line is. But other than that, they are in perfect condition, guys. $35, letter A. Letter A is an apple. If anybody's interested in those, $35, letter A. You get both of those. They're beautiful and heavy too. Last you a lifetime. Let's see here. Flip to that
Jeff,
page.
Jenny Mac has letter A.
Jenny's getting those. Okay, Jenny, those are coming to you too, honey.
Okay.
Jenny. All right, honey, that's coming to you. Beautiful. Those are beautiful. Those are just, they last forever. They just, it's like that's why I say buy you spend the money on something good as opposed to buying something cheap. What do I always say, Chris? Now Mario taught me how to say it properly, and I don't think
The
Mario is here.
the
And
cheap
it's
comes out
the
more
cheap comes
expensive
out expensive. So
in the lot.
it's liberato sale caro, I think. El barato or labarato.
The
I think
cheap
it's
comes out more
labarato
expensive in
sale
the long
caro.
run.
That's how they say it about, and I learned that from Judge Milian on the People's Court, and
Mm-hmm.
I just love her, and I live by that. The cheap comes out expensive. You keep buying these cheap things that break, you gotta buy another one. It breaks, you gotta buy another one. Spend the money on something really good, and guess what? It's gonna last you a lifetime. That's what I always say. All right, and lastly is still that beautiful head holder or arm holder. No, it's a banana or fruit holder. And this is $28. And this is going to be, we're going to put this, I don't know what letter I didn't use. How about E
B.
as an elephant? E as an elephant, $28. E as an elephant. If anybody's interested in that. Yes, quality that'll outlive us. That's what you want to look for. That's what I look for. All right, guys. So if anybody's watching this after, I have some giveaways, so nobody go away yet because I have some giveaways yet. Okay. Um. Also DVD to her. What was
No,
that, Chris? Could you scroll up? Did Jenny? Was
no,
Jenny?
no. Jenny's saying that she's getting that to her daughter and her best friend for the DVD.
Oh, how nice! Awesome. Yes. Introduce. Do they like watching, or have they even seen it yet? They probably haven't even seen it. Where do they see Randolph Mantooth? All right. Anywho, all right. We're gonna do some giveaways now. Those of you guys that won something tonight, all right. Um, are eligible for answering these questions that I'm going to ask. They're all questions. Chris already has the answers. I sent them to him earlier tonight, so he already has them. So I don't have
Yep.
to stop and email him.
Yep.
Pardon me while I take a quick drink.
She says she watches the new Fireman show.
Oh, then she's going to love this.
So probably like Rescue 911 or Chicago Fire or something
No,
like
it's
that.
Chicago Fire, I think, is the new one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago Fire, Chicago Police,
Well, this is
Chicago
way
Med.
before its time, but. Oh, you know what? I was looking for his picture before. There's the doctor. He's right there. Can't think of his name. And them two were married in real life. And I never knew that. And if you didn't know that, now you know.
Mm.
All right. So, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. All right. You're Chris, you ready? Now, anybody that, like, again, anybody
I
that
am ready.
won anything tonight is eligible to answer these questions. If you did not win anything, please hold back your answers. This is only for people that won something. All right, Chris, you ready?
Are you going to show what the items are?
Oh yeah, let me show you guys. That would help. So I'm
Yep.
giving you everybody that wins something is going to get one of these little doodads for the 4th of July. They got little sparkles on them. And they're just like, you kind of put it on a table. You can like this little vase this is one of the giveaways. Just put that on top of it. Just kind of like a little table thing, little decoration, little firecracker. And this is made in Italy. Little like a little crystal vase. Doesn't really have a ping or anything, but I had that. So that's one of the giveaways. Little vase, glass vase. I got this little guy, these little guys here. Charming Tales, Love is in the Air, Fitz and Floyd. That's one of the giveaways. Aren't they cute? Look at the little bunny rabbits. They cute. And you'll get one of those little firecrackers with it. Okay. And then lastly, another giveaway is you get the set of these. These are awesome. I love these. Chris was with me when I found these. Aren't these great? These are stirrers, guys. Cocktail stirrers. Or you could just put them in your iced tea or whatever, just as a decoration. There's an orange, an apple, banana, and grapes. Aren't these cute? And they're all glass. Yep. Cute. So that's another giveaway. All right, so there's 3 giveaways, and you get another little wooden. They're made of wood, like balsa wood or something. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna do questions. Okay, I know, aren't the bunnies cute? I know, so cute. All right, so the first question, you guys ready? Yeah, swizzle sticks. Jackie said, "Yep, for your coffee." Yep. All right, so here we go. What was now? First person to get the answer will be the winner, and Chris is gonna refresh to make sure. What was the name of the man who made a midnight ride to Lexington, Mass, warning residents, the British are coming, the British are coming? These are all Americana or.
Stop. Miss Jackie got it first. Paul
Jackie
Revere.
got it first. Okay, so Miss Jackie, you got it. All right, so wait a minute, see here. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Had the wrong page. Otherwise, I can't write anything. Okay, so all right, Jackie, which one would you like? Oh well, let me show you. You guys know Paul Revere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's Paul Revere. Which one would you like, hon? I got the little Fitz and Floyd bunnies, the
Uh,
vase, or the little swizzle sticks.
the vase.
The vase, the crystal vase. Okay, so
Yep.
that's coming to you. All right, Jackie. Thank you. That's my thank you to you guys, because you guys, I really appreciate you guys visiting with me on Sundays. It means a lot to me. All right, next up, guys, get your fingers ready. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
These are all like Americana themed.
Well, it's
Who has
civics.
the biggest and first signature on the Declaration of Independence?
See
I
how
want
many
both
people.
names.
See people remember their civics lessons.
I want first and last name. The
One's first
biggest and
and
first signature on the Declaration of Independence.
full first name and last name, please.
I want the first and the last name.
Okay, stop. Sorry, Jenny, you only put Hancock, but
Oh, yeah, I got John Hancock. Like, I would like your John Hancock right here, please. You gotta say John Hancock. All right, that one's gonna go to. What did you say, Elena?
Elena Cunningham. Sorry, I took it down too quick.
All right, Elena, what would you like, honey? You want the bunnies or do you want the swizzle sticks? Jenny, I'm gonna send you a little something special. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're getting a little surprise from me.
Bunnies.
She wants the bunnies? Okay.
Bunnies. Bunnies, bunnies, bunnies.
Bunnies. Bunnies for Elena. Elena, I hope you're feeling better, honey. I'm always praying for all you guys. You guys are all in my prayers. All right, and lastly for the stir sticks. You ready? Okay. What is the nickname? Of course, you have to put both words for this. What is the nickname for the American flag?
Spelled correctly.
Spelled correctly. No, you know they're actually I'm going to talk to them about that. So however they put it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Stop. We got
Yeah.
Sherry Howard for Old Glory.
Old Glory. And notice how I spelled it. Old Glory. Old with an E. Well, that's kind of silly, isn't it? And I'll tell you about it because I use it in my name of my channel, right? Old Hadley Vintage. I'm going to talk to you about it in a little bit. All right, so that is going to
Sherry Howard.
Sherry Howard. Okay.
Yep. Put it back on the screen.
All right, Sherry Howard, you're getting the swizzle sticks. Okay. All right, now the old thing is actually a marketing gimmick. It was actually never a real thing. It was never how it was originally spelled or the old way of spelling old, but it's actually a marketing gimmick and it was never standard English practice. And it was created around the 19th century for people to feel historical, romantic, or merry. That's all. So there was never a real thing. Did you guys know that? But I figured I would use it on my channel because I like the way it's spelled, OLDE. And it's different, right? So I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, or Old Glory, old, yeah, OLE. Yeah, old, good old glory, old glory. Yeah, yeah. So actually, it was just a marketing gimmick. Can you believe it? Yeah, created in the late 19th century. I found that out today. I just figured I'd let you guys know about that. I wanted to find out the history of the spelling of it. So I thought that was kind of cool because it has something to do with me, obviously, because it's the name of my channel. So, but I like it, and that's how it's going to work. Right? Right. Yeah, very interesting. I thought that was cool, huh? Huh, Randy? Yep. All righty, guys. Well, I congratulate all you winners and those of you that did not win anything tonight. Hey, we'll be back hopefully next weekend. Is going to be the 5th, which is my brother's birthday. His birthday is the day after the 4th of July. So I'm hoping to be here in the evening. We'll see. Of course, if there's any changes, I'll alert you guys on my channel. Hopefully, I can do some sort of a thrift haul or something this week, huh? Because I haven't done one of those in a while. So maybe I will do. Yeah, shop is another one. Like shop, SHOPPE. Yeah, shop. That's another one. Probably. I would imagine so. It's probably made up, just to make it look cute, romantic, and merry. That's how they described it. They probably did. Probably is made up. But yeah, maybe I'll do a thrift haul this week at some point, guys, because I haven't done one in a while and I've got a couple of packages and things that I can kind of go through. So maybe we'll do that. And I want to wish you guys a happy 4th of July and a happy 250th to our country. Can you believe it? Wow. And then this one here is going to be celebrating a birthday this week. Yeah, scary. I know. Uh, Anywho, as you guys know, as we get older, birthdays are just reminders of, of our age, but we also have to remember we're still here and we're still able to make each other laugh and enjoy life and enjoy the greatest gift of all. And that's just being alive, you know? So, um anywho, if you guys have any questions about any of these items that did not sell and you're watching this after the fact, shoot me an email. Email's right here. You guys know my email, OLDE. And yeah, and I will make you a little. We can just do it right through email, and you guys, if you guys are interested in an item that didn't sell, and I'm gonna list them below in the comments section, so that this way you guys will have it to see which items are still available. So if you change your mind on something and you're like, oh, you know what, I really want those or whatever it is, I'll put it below, and if it's sold, I'll just put sold on there or I'll cross it out. So. So, other than that, thank you guys for visiting with me. I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay healthy and happy wherever you are. Stay cool if you're in that heat wave that we're getting. We're getting some like 100-degree weathers up here in
Oh
Massachusetts.
yeah.
It's going to be like 100 degrees or something this week, Chris. 102?
Yep. Starting on like
Crazy.
Wednesday. Yep.
So if the heat is where you are, please stay cool and stay hydrated, okay? And Chris, thank you so much for all of your help. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. And yeah, and I'll be in touch. Look for my invoicing sometime this week. You guys know I don't do everything right away. I will take my time throughout the week. So just look for my email or PayPal invoice throughout the week. And if you can, get your payment in with at least within 72 hours of receiving the invoice, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much because that does help me out a lot. So, all right, 103 on Tuesday. Yeah, it is crazy. You have a doctor's appointment. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, send some up here, Jackie. Blow some cool air up here. It's way too hot. I hate the hot weather. All I want to do is stay inside. I'm not into the hot weather. The humidity. Ugh. Anyway, nothing extreme, nothing too cold, nothing too hot. Of course, most people feel like that, right? Thank you, Bill. All right, guys. So that's about it. I hope you guys have a great week, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Thank you, Karen, and hopefully I'll see you guys next weekend. All right. Happy 4th, everyone. Stay safe.
Good night,
Bye for
everyone.
now. Bye for now.